What's up, everybody? Whether you're paying a digital marketing agency to do search engine optimization for you or you're doing it yourself, getting access and being able to read and comprehend your Google Analytics is crucial to making sure that you're making the right decisions and that your company is on the right track to being able to expose itself to the wide range of people that you're trying to get those property damage restoration leads. So today, I'm going to walk you through how to get into your Google Analytics and what channels to focus on to be able to quantify that data and make sure that you're on the right track. So the first thing you got to do is you're going to head over to analytics.google.com. Now, if you're paying an agency, they should have granted you access to this area. You should always have access to this. You got to stay away from people that won't give you access to this stuff because this is literally what they're doing and what you're paying them to do. So we're going to pretend that you have access to your Google Analytics right now. And you're going to get to this dashboard, okay? This shows you everything from your traffic channels to the sources to real-time data that's happening right now, countries that are visiting your site, etc., etc., and it is quite a lot of information. So what we want to do is we want to dive down a little bit deeper, and we're going to pretend that we're only doing search engine optimization, or you're only doing search engine optimization, which is going to cause you to focus on a couple specific channels of traffic to your website. What you want to do is you want to click on this little area here that says acquisition. You're going to go to all traffic, and then you're going to click on your channels. Now, all channels means is channels are the different avenues that people access your website. Either you're going to see direct. These are people that are just typing in your domain name into the bar and going right to your website. Social media, pretty straightforward. They're clicking from your Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Organic search, the holy grail. This is what you're paying a digital marketing agency to build for you. What organic search is, these are users that are coming to your website directly from a search engine, specifically Google when we're talking about these types of analytics. This is the money traffic, right? These are non-paid leads. These are an effect of getting your website to grow to the page 1 of Google for all the services you provide in all the cities that you provide them. Referral, that's traffic that's coming from your business directories, which again is a foundational aspect of SEO. And then you have paid search, which is pretty straightforward. That's your Google Ads, okay? So the next thing I want to show you here is your date range. So you can set your date range to pretty much anything you want to look at. You can go back from as far back as you've had your website, and you can even look specifically at a week over week. What we like to do is we like to look at a month over month basis right now. And typically when we run over these analytics with our clients, we're going to give them snapshots of each one of these metrics and show them how their website has grown, where they're at, and where they rank as far as their company and property damage restoration on Google. So all you need to do is you apply this date range. So let's say we're going to look at October 2021. And I'm going to show you how to read these analytics. Now this basically is just a graph of all the users that have gone to your website in the month of October. And down here it breaks down your channel grouping into direct, social, organic search, and referral. Now, the goal of any digital marketing agency and what our goal is for our clients is we want this organic search to make up the majority of the traffic right now. Right now, this is only about 19%, and it takes some time, but eventually you need that traffic to grow. Organic search is, again, really great because it's a non-paid lead, okay? And so what we're looking at here is we're looking at the traffic, the users. Those are the users that came to the website, and then sessions. These are how many times these users went back to your site. So if you've had 65 users, 55 are new, so 10 of them went to your site multiple times. The next thing that we look at, and we're really going to specifically focus on organic search here, is the bounce rate. Now, what the bounce rate is this is the percentage of people that do not look past the first page. And typically, we like to see bounce rates below 60%. But in the restoration world, you're a little bit different than most websites in that people that have property damage, once they get to your website, once your Google business is all in order and they vetted you out, they checked your social, they found you from a search engine, they have property damage. They're not wasting any time. They're really just getting to your website to click that clickable phone number that you need to have, call you up to have you come remediate their property damage. So we don't spend a lot of time worrying about bounce rates, but if you're having an issue converting traffic, then we start looking into these bounce rates a little bit more, and that's when we'd start working on your homepage potentially to change things up a little bit to try to increase those conversion rates and lower that bounce rate a little bit, all right? The next thing we look at is pages per session. How many pages are these people looking at when they're coming from a search engine to your website? Rule of thumb is you want over 2 pages. That's great. Again, same thing applies in the restoration world. Usually they're just going to go to the home page, whether it's a mobile device or your computer. They're not going to go read how to remediate water damage. They're not going to really go through too much. They're going to probably go from the home page to the contact page, either fill out a form or call you directly. The session duration, this is how much time they're spending on the website. Anything above 2 minutes is considered really good. Again, in the restoration world, don't really focus on that too much. What you need to be focusing on is the amount of organic search, how it's growing over time, making sure you're focusing on these date ranges. So if you think that you've had a good month in October with 19 sessions organic, and you really want to compare that, you just go over and change this to 2020 and change this one to 2020, and you can view the date range of how it looked October of last year. And you can see that they're pretty even keeled, on par. Bounce rate's a little bit lower. The session duration's a lot higher, which is wonderful. Looking at a little bit less pages, but they're spending more time on the website. So that's when you can take into consideration, what you might be doing differently from then. But at the end of the day, this data is important. Whether, again, you're paying somebody else to do this work for you or you're doing it yourself, understanding how to break this down and what's important is very important. And one thing we do is we see a lot of restoration clients, you have a down month. Let's say November, you've only had 10 organic sessions. Well, that's a lot less than the month before and even less than the year before. But if you look at this over a year range, you're going to see that there's a lot of ebbs and flows in any type of business and any type of contracting. So, you have really great months and you have down months, but the goal is to be able to build this consistently over time with the organic, with SEO, to try to get your site as many keywords as you can listed on the first page of Google, so this organic search traffic will grow even higher, okay? And again, when you look at this over a year basis, the bounce rate's really low. So things are looking really good. So if you're not getting this data from your marketing company, or you're not checking this stuff yourself, I implore you to do so. If you don't have access to Google Analytics, request it right away. Whether or not you make any changes, it's really cool to be able to kind of look at this stuff anyways to make sure that this marketing company is not ripping you off and that your company's on the right track. And hopefully they're sending you analytics over time. If you have any questions about this, shoot us a DM, drop a comment below. We'd be happy to reach out. We can help walk you through some of your analytics and make sense of what's happening. There's ways that you can check on your website whether or not you have analytics installed, and I will make a video about that coming up later. It's a really quick tool that you can put into your browser and make sure that this company actually has analytics even installed on your website to track this data. My name is Ben with Ironclad Restoration Marketing, and I help restoration business owners get more sales by getting their internet marketing right. We'll talk to you soon.